Hey guys, it's Donna. How you guys doing? Well, we are on the 14th day of October, sitting here having my tea, and I want to not spill the tea. However, I think that I was going to have a live tonight for the full moon, but I decided that I think that I needed some rest, which was more important today. Okay? However, I have been noticing a lot of emails today, basically talking about the Ascension process. As you can see, I'm exhausted. I am beyond tired. However, I want to be able to be here to kind of enlighten some people that said that they are very interested in the Ascension, the going up the ladder, the rungs on the ladder. I see a lot of people talk about it, and they have a lot of different angles on it, on how they see it. My information comes to me by being channeled. However, I'm always working with the hierarchy, and I'm always working with energy that is very much looking to have me permeate out information. And a lot of people want to know about the relationships, but if you actually took a moment in time and thought about it for a minute, you would think about this. What is more important, is the growth within yourself or the relationship? Because you have to grow and understand the process and the journey you're on in order to share it with somebody. If you are concentrating on a relationship, you're never going to concentrate on yourself. We all know that. You know, when we get into this love space and we want to be able to communicate with people, what we're doing is we are allowing ourselves not to be in the space, in the vortex that is important for us to be in. A lot of the emotional and mental, where people find themselves being in a downward spiral or feeling as though they're not getting what they need in a situation, is because they are denying themselves the time to get to know yourself on a higher level. If this makes any sense to anybody out there that really wants to grow, like, I'm here not as a card reader, okay? I've said that before, even though I can do that, okay? But I'm here because I want to help you on your journey. And I'm going to start putting out there more of how you can better yourself on the journey, how you can inflict pain on yourself intentionally at times, and I don't even think you know you're doing it. I don't know if Spirit is channeling through me tonight through the moon energy. I'm going to post also the moon. It was orange. I actually got to see it at its full peak in orange, and I took a picture of it tonight, and I will post that in community. But getting back to the fact that I'm very serious tonight about the people that really want to grow. Because if you're not interested in growing, and you're not interested in finding the power within yourself, it's almost like many people would rather stay sleeping than awaken. And I feel like those of you that are not going to want to awaken, and you want to ignore the process, and you're going against the grain of everything, are going to find yourself. I want to say this is what I'm trying to explain to you is very important. Like, You want to be in a state of awakeness. You do not want to be in the sleeping part of the phase, because that is suffering. You'll be suffering, and you'll be sitting on videos, and you'll be watching everything and trying to figure out why the hell your life is such a mess and why you're not gaining power within yourself. It's because of the fact that you're not giving yourself a chance. And I know it's scary to be living in a reality that is not truly in existence. Going from 3D to 5D is a scary situation. It's one that makes people feel frazzled, and you feel like you don't know sometimes where you are. You feel like you are outside of yourself. You don't feel like you are intact, in tuned. You find yourself feeling incapacitated sometimes. You'd rather just stay put. You don't want to, I want to say, gain the momentum to push forward, because being an awakened being, you know, a human being being awakened to the process of what's going on around us, it's you can no longer deny it. You can't deny the changes that are going on in our world, in our government. I mean, especially in our government. Our government is falling apart at the seams. I mean, we're barely hanging on by a string right now. And I feel that we allow ourselves to concentrate on things that are not important. We want to hear readings about relationships. What we should be, and I'm not judging, nor am I expecting anybody to completely agree with me. If you resonate or not, that will be completely up to you. There's plenty other people out there that can flip a card and can tell you what you want to hear. But is that, in the scheme of life, going to make a difference for you? Is that going to change your reality because you heard something that you wanted to hear, or you are a cross-watcher, or you are somebody that's trying to tap into somebody else to see where they're at for you? Everything here that's going on ties into a huge reality. Everything here ties in. And what I mean by that is that you see more narcissistic traits going on. You see more sociopathic things going on in the world. You see people being shot and killed for no reason at all. You're seeing all this turmoil. Okay, I don't watch it. I happen to hear it, overhear it. I do have family that is of the world, in the world, walking around and mentioning things here and there. I cannot watch the news. I cannot be a part of things that are not self-serving to myself and my highest good. And I cannot allow myself to be in that complex situation, because it's not for me. I know better than that because of the fact that I am awakened. And I do know that if we do not start walking the patterns of life that has been bestowed from the universe to us, that we're going to be suffering. Those out there will be asking questions later, like, how do I get back over there? Or what do I do? Or how do I get into the zone that you're in? And it may be too late for you at some point, because at some place in time, things are going to close off where you're not going to be a part of the situation. And however, this is not a fear-based message. I'm not fear-basing anybody. I am just telling you what I am getting. I don't hold judgment to anybody. nor do I hold expectations to anybody. But what I'm trying to tell you is that if you don't start seeing what is around you, and you don't start listening to your higher self, and you do not meditate so that you can hear your own intuition, your own inner guidance, your own spirit guides, your angels, your saints, you're not listening. They're trying to communicate with you on a regular basis to let you know we are no longer in a world that we once lived in. We are in a completely different area now. We are in a completely different, complex area. And whether or not you can jive with me on this, whether or not you get this, whether or not you feel that I'm being assertive, but I'm trying to get you to understand that what you're doing is causing yourself more grief by staying in the patterns that you keep creating over and over again. You find yourself repetitiously in states of being. For instance, it's very easily to manipulate people, okay? It's very easy for somebody to manipulate somebody, not even knowing that you're doing that. Because sometimes we want things that we want, or we want attention that we are truly needing, and we do things or say things to people to get things that we want from them. It's human nature. However, when you become awakened, you do realize that, and you become more proactive in your life with watching what you speak into the universe, how you treat other people, what people that you do have a like mind with, and those that you don't. People that are hiding behind substances such as alcohol and medications, and meaning like over the counter, or whether they're trying to get, pills popping and smoking weed, which is fine, for people who need that because of ailments that they're trying to keep at bay, or they can't take the pain. That's understandable. I get medical usage of marijuana. I understand that, and I hold no judgment on many things. I don't hold the judgment. I am just giving you what I'm getting to give to you, what is being channeled to me to give to you. Like I said, I don't hold any judgment on anybody. I just know that we're at a place, especially we're starting a whole new phase. I mean, we're in Aries with the Hunter's Moon right now, going into the post-retrograde that we're at. We're going to be designing ourselves in the next week or so in such a radical state of being that I think many people that are still sleeping or want to, I don't want to say pretend, but would rather be in that state of being instead of what's the word here that I'm getting? It's better to hit the alarm clock and go back to sleep than actually be awakened and have to do the work and walk through this with some sort of perfection. Not meaning that you're perfect, but you do have to be aware of the things that you say, the things that you do, what your full intentions are, what you're looking to see from another side of the fence, with how you want to make an impact in this world, whether you want to be a light warrior, a light worker. Those things are important. I truly believe, and I know, that there is 144,000 that are awakened beings that are here to serve our purpose. And I believe we've even gone further than that right now. I believe we have a terminology of 144,000. However, I think that we're at a turning point because so many people are not... I'm putting my tea down. I think there's so many people that are not, quote unquote, obeying the law, the universal laws. I feel that we are causing more chaos, I feel, than we need to. And I feel for the people that are asking, especially the emails that I got, I want to say today, was like people wanting to know and wanting me to do more videos and give more content on the fact of what is going on and what do I know that's going on, and if I could shed some light on the situation, which that is what I'm here for. I am here so that I can help you be completely in an understanding effect, not the butterfly effect, but an understanding effect of why you feel the way you do, why you feel lethargic, why you feel that you have this fluish symptoms that come on out of nowhere. They're spiritual flus, okay? Why you are feeling extremely... It can mimic bipolar. You know, what's bipolar? Bipolar is acting several different ways in irrational abilities, okay? You're acting irrational. You're swinging from one side of the fence to the other side of the fence. Why do people do that? Because of what their intensity that they're feeling within themselves, and that's how they bring it out. I believe many of the mental disorders, however, I'm not a doctor, but I believe a lot of the mental, quote unquote, disorders are people trying to shift their gears. Because your DNA changes when you start growing and you're churning, and it's like you're going on and on to the next level of what you are. I feel that the things that you are becoming more accountable for yourself, and it's like you can no longer hide, you can no longer pull the covers over your head, you can no longer pretend nothing exists, no longer act like nothing in this world is going on around us that is absolutely mind-boggling, mind-blowing, things that are taking place, people that are being, people are being thrown out of the country, people that are being ripped out of families, things that are just going on, like all the chaos is part of the process. That is part of the process. The chaos is. But when you are an awakened individual to what is going on around you, you're not so afraid. You know that Divine has our back. God has our back. Whatever term that you would like to use, whether you want to use God, whether you want to use the universe, whether you want to use whatever term that you use, but there is a bigger picture going on around, and I feel like people are almost like they're stun gun. They don't know. They're trying to figure it out. And I'm here to just kind of give you some guidance on that. I'm giving you what I'm being channeled to tell you. I'm giving you, like, for instance, I was going to do, a full moon, and then I decided, like, I think it's better to give you what they're pushing me to do, is to be here and tell you about, how you are ascending and the ascension process that's going on. And it's even bigger than that. It's even more than an ascension process that's going on. There is more of an accountability that you need to be taking for yourself. And I feel there is more an accountability that I feel that you need to go beyond. I feel like you need to go very deep within yourself. I feel that you need to let go of some things that you're hanging on to because it's much easier. And I feel like you need to start doing your work, doing your inner work, the inner core work. I feel like once you start, I'm getting channeled, and I'm trying to get all the information as I'm speaking. I'm getting it, so I'm giving it to you. And like, I think I'm going to start channeling, and I'm going to start typing it out and being able to give it to you, so this way I don't have to be so drained all the time when I am channeling. But what I feel is it's important that you have to sit back for a moment, take a deep breath, and ask yourself what is really important. Instead of being in the fear mode, fear mode, what it is doing is it's causing you to spin out of control and lose all sense of where you are. And sometimes we have to do that. Sometimes we have to spin out of control, and sometimes we have to go through these places and find ourselves in a very deep rooted situation. Within, we have to grasp what's coming at us, and we have to digest. That's why, if you see, there's a lot of people that have been taking time off and saying, like, I need this day off, I need that day off, I need to rebalance, I'm a little drained, I have to. A lot of people apologizing. It's what we have to do. People that are gifted have to do that, especially people that channel, or people that are very connected to divinity and God, and go through living this way every day. I live this way every day. I can give you an example of, I go through intermittent fasting every day. Now I drink, like right now I'm having kava tea. I drink that to relax. I drink tons of water, and I also incorporate my coconut water, things that will keep me replenished. And I eat very clean and very small amounts, because it's important that you make sure you take care of your vessel, your body, while all this is going on. You become more aware how you feel, and what you put into you is what you're going to feel like. If you're putting tons of fast food and you're putting tons of carbohydrates, density ones, you're putting a lot of caffeine and you're putting a lot of extra additives into your body, you're going to feel horrible. Your body is going to not feel good. Your mind will be affected because your body's not being nourished and your mind is not being nourished, and you're going to feel out of sorts. You're going to feel disconnected. You're going to feel you're going to feel batty, almost like batshit crazy. Like, if you're not taking care of your vessel. This is all a part of the ascension process. It's all written out there. The divine is looking for you to wake up, take note, take notice, honor yourself, honor the people that are around you. When you show disrespect for yourself, you show disrespect for others. And in return, it's a repetitive pattern and cycle. You will allow people in your life to disrespect you. You will allow people to take advantage of you and abuse you. You are allowing this to happen. There comes a time when you have to say no. There comes a time when you have to say enough. And I am not going to accept that anymore. And I'm worth more than that. And I give more than that. And I'm not going to allow people to continue taking advantage of me on any level. Whether that be your relationship, with your lover, with your friend, with your family, with your coworkers, with your boss, with people that you meet along the way, anything. You need to be very aware of toxicity within people, your surroundings, places, and things. Because the more you put yourself in a toxic situation and remain there, the more you're going to bring more of that to you. Like attracts like. And that's just the name of the game. Like attracts like. That's how it goes. If you want to have more of a simplistic, pleasurable lifestyle, you have to start creating that. If you want to be happy and you do not like the surroundings or where you're at, you're going to have to clean house, and that starts with you. Everything starts with you. I'm not saying that I am perfect in any way. I falter as well. However, I make myself become more aware each and every day so that I don't have to keep repeating the same patterns and the cycles over and over again. The same thing with living in a mindset of scarcity. Everybody knows what scarcity means, correct? Everybody understands that when you're living in scarcity, the lack of having money, lack of having friends, things, material objects, all that stuff, when you start living in the fear of not having, you project that more to you, do you not? I'm not talking down to anybody and I'm not judging anybody. I'm simply just telling you as I am getting it channeled to me. If you don't like the environment and you don't like what's going on around you, do something about it. Stop complaining about it and whining about it and crying about it. Do something. Be proactive in your own life. You can't make people love you. You can't make people come back into your life to stay. If you allow the openness with the doors, the right people and the right situations will come to you. I promise you. I absolutely promise you 100% on that. If you allow it to happen, it will happen. If you sit back and you make excuses and you keep waiting for a miracle to happen overnight, the universe does give us miracles, but only when we start showing that we are proactive in our own lives is when things will start permeating to you. But if you're going to sit there and not do anything about it and just wait for that miracle to show up, it's like the old saying, when the man was stranded out in the ocean and he was drowning out there in the ocean, and God sent a boat, and the man was out drifting on the sea, and he was like, no, God said he's going to rescue me. God is going to rescue me. And he sent the boat away. And then the plane came. And the guy said the same thing over again. No. God said he's going to rescue me. God's going to rescue me, not you. Leave. And he sent the plane away. It's how many times is God doing for you and you don't even see it? Or the universe is doing for you and you don't even see it and you're not even thankful for it. The moral of the story was God did send things to rescue. However, this person, this man or woman, thought that there was going to be this huge big shebang from God, was going to put a bolt of lightning down with stairs on it for them to walk up. They did not take what was given. And that's where I see that we're at right now with a lot of situations, and what I've been pondering on all day today as I was releasing through the moon energy all day. I've been in contemplation mode, and I've been releasing, and I've been meditating, and I've been channeling all sorts of information. I'm exhausted. It's been 4 days of complete exhaustion. I feel that if you want things to change within your life, you need to be proactive, and you need to start symbolizing, making things in your life a bit more simple, not more complex. Everybody wants $1 million, but if you had $1 million right now and you were in the mode and the feeling, or in your feelings of what you feel, if you're depressed, if you feel unaccomplished, or if you don't have the lover that you want, or your husband or your wife back again, or your boyfriend, or your family, or someone passed away, can you bring somebody back with $1 million? Would that make you happy, having $1 million right now? If you were feeling all these things, people right now could say, well, if I had $1 million, yeah, because I need money in order to pay things. But you're looking at it on a very linear level. You're looking at it on an extremely linear level, meaning on a very humanized level. There are people that are actresses, singers, actors, had all the money in the world. And quite a few of them in the last 10 years have died of killing themselves from depression. And they had money. So what does it say? What does it say? You know, of course I could say money can't buy you happiness, but that's not all that I'm saying. That your life needs to be more symbolized. It needs to be put into perspective of the importance. And it all starts with you. It doesn't start with me. I'm just the messenger, and please don't shoot the messenger. But it all starts with you. It starts with how you perceive yourself, and how you are growing within yourself, and how you see yourself going on this journey and being in the awakening process. It all starts with you. I can tell you these things, and I can say that I've been a part of the situation, and I've done this and I've done that, and I know what it is to be without, and I know what it is to hurt, and I know what it is to be depressed, and I know what it is to have it all and taken away in a heartbeat. And these are true facts. I know what it is to have my heart shattered to pieces and probably not back together the way that maybe I would like it to be. But we are always a work in progress. We are always a work in progress. We're always working Whether we're sleeping or whether we're awake, we do much of our work, light workers, light warriors, wounded warriors, while we're sleeping. That's why a lot of us wake up extremely exhausted and feel like we never went to bed, because we truly didn't. We were out there doing our job in the realms, constantly trying to defend sacred space, always defending sacred space, trying to keep our surroundings clear. There's always something or someone that is always going to look to bring you down or attack you or put you into a lower vibrational state. Do not let other people take your power away. Empower yourself. If somebody looks to take your power away, it's because they're jealous, and it's because they know that they can if you allow them to. And the more you keep allowing them to, the more they will keep coming to you. So what you need to do is take your own power back and say, no, I'm not going to allow that to happen. I'm going to stand in my power and my conviction, and I am going to be who I am, and I'm going to grow, and I'm going to allow this process to take me to better places. And we're always going to be rolling up on new shifts, new vibration, new energy changes, new things always coming our way, no matter what. We have no choice. It's coming to us. So the best thing that we can do is start really becoming aware, honing in, using your honing device within yourself, feeling intuitively within your gut, knowing, having that knowingness within yourself. You have that. I was going to say, wake up, people. Wake up. And I did say it. Stop sweating the small stuff. That's not going to save you at the end of the day. The small stuff is not going to make you happy. You know, sweating the small stuff. What will make you happy is when you find your center and your peace. And once you come into the center of your peaceful state, you will always know how to get there when you are feeling in a chaotic situation on the outside. Once you find how to bring yourself into your center, into your core, you can always go there when you're feeling you're spun out of control. So, I hope I have helped somebody out there tonight. I hope that I have brought some sort of inspiration, motivation, some sort of charisma to somebody out there that needed to hear this message tonight as we're going out of the moon after Wednesday. Before I go, I'm being guided to do just a little Tibetan hum out on the bowl. To clear the energy, to bring us all back into balance. It's not the superficial stuff that gets us through. It makes us better. It's the truth within that you cannot deny. It's the inner core that holds all your system together. There may be verbiage that I speak that you don't understand, but if you re-listen to me over again, you may catch something that either I've said in a metaphorical state of mind, because I speak in metaphors and I speak whatever is given to me. So sometimes you will have to listen to it over again in order to hear exactly what I'm saying to you. I'm just clearing whatever energy and space around when you land on my video to kind of help balance you and feel what you're feeling from me. I'm not in a not good mood, and I'm not in an elated mood. I'm just being within myself. I'm just being in a peaceful place, and the space that I'm being channeled to invoke within yourself. So I will leave you tonight with this. Know that it all starts with you. Everything that you do. Namaste. Have a good, restful, peaceful evening. Take care. I love you.